Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. As in the previous two videos, we learned about the procedures and how we can create the procedure and use the procedure with one and more than one arguments of type in, out or in out. Let's see how we can use a procedure to update the existing database record, because actual use of procedures is only when you are able to perform some additions or deletions with the existing record, because you are only going to use the existing record, existing tables, and you need to update only those tables with the help of procedures, because procedures can make these tasks easier. You cannot use a procedure in database to perform some addition or to perform any kind of calculations like in any programming language, but here you will be writing the procedure to make some changes to the existing tables or database records. So let's start. So procedure we have already discussed. They are stored subprograms to perform specific operation and can be referred from the SQL command line or from other blocks. There are three types of parameters: in, out and in out. With in parameter you can only receive the value for the procedures, and this is the default type as well. And you can pass a constant or an expression for in parameter, but you are not supposed to change the value of in parameter within the procedure. Next we have the out parameter, that is supposed to return a value to the caller procedure, and it will not receive any value. Okay, it will not receive any value. It can only update the value of the out parameter, and that updated value will be reflected back to the caller procedure. And last we have in out type, where we have the properties of both in and out type parameters. Means it can receive the value, it can also pass the value, means it can return the output value. And for these two, means for out and in out, you cannot pass a constant as the or expression as the parameter. You need to pass the variables, means as they are supposed to return a value, means hold the output value. So output value can only be stored in a variable. So you are supposed to pass only variable to these two out and with out and in out parameters. For more detailed discussion, you can watch the last video where we have detailed description of in out and in out parameter with example. So this is the syntax we have created so many times: create or replace procedure. Next we have is, and after is and before begin we have the declaration section, and after begin we have the executable section, where we are going to write the table updations, means any type of changes you want to make with the database, the queries will be written here. And if you need any temporary variables, then declaration would come here. Okay. Then we have the end keyword. You can also have the exception handling after the begin, but we are not dealing to that. Next we have the procedures deletion syntax. For that you need to write drop procedure name. Now what we are going to do with this practical is, we are going to perform insert, delete and updation of the records for existing tables in the database. So first table I am going to use is the area circle, and next we have the employee table. For area circle, means for this table, for the first table we have two columns. First is radius and next is area, where the radius is provided as input by the user and area is calculated. We will be calculating the area in the procedure, and radius is stored as the same provided by the user, and the area is calculated by the procedure and stored as a second record, means second column for this table. And for employee table we have four columns: employee number, employee name, salary and department. So what operation we can perform with these two tables are insert, delete and update. Suppose we want to insert something to this first table, then we just need to provide the radius. So suppose I am providing the radius as 7, then area will be calculated by the procedure and the row will be inserted into the table. Similarly, for employee table, suppose we want to perform the insertion, then we can insert a new record with a new employee number, but while entering the record, while deleting the record, while updating the record with the procedure, you must be take care about the constraints. Otherwise the updation won't happen, means you are going to get the errors. Suppose we have the uniqueness, unique constraint, not null constraint, primary key constraint, so you need to take care about those constraints as well while doing the operations with the help of procedures. So this will be the output after insertion, means one row is inserted here and one row is inserted here. No doubt you need to write for one separate procedure for this area table and second procedure, means a separate procedure for the employee table, because they have distinct columns, means we cannot have the same procedure to insert the record to first table and to the second table. Now suppose I want to delete a record where employee number is 222. Okay, so for that you can write another procedure that is performing the deletion. So here the record is deleted, and for last, suppose we want to update the record, means I want to update the record where the employee number is 111. I want to update the salary to 80,000. So you can easily write the procedure to perform such updations. Okay, so let's start. So here I am going to firstly describe the structures of these two tables. So first table is this area circle, that is going to store the area of the circle and we will be providing radius only. And next we have the employee table with these 4 columns. Okay, initially we are not having any values to these two tables, you can check. So this is empty. Also another table, area underscore circle, is empty. Okay, so no rows are selected for these tables. We are going to write the procedures to insert rows into these tables. So firstly I am going to write the procedure for the area circle. So for that, then we will move to the employee table. So firstly we are dealing with the area circle. So create or replace procedure. This time I am naming it as area underscore insert, because it is going to perform insertion operation with the table. So here it is going to perform the area insertion, area calculation and insertion operation. So I am naming it like this. So here R is our parameter of type in, as in is the default type, so we can skip writing in to the parameter. So here is, and next we have the declaration. Suppose I want to declare a temporary variable or a local variable to calculate the area as AR semicolon. Next we have the execution section, and here I am going to calculate the area that can be inserted into the table. So simply 3.14 into. Okay, so the calculation part is complete. Now we need to insert the received parameter and the calculated area into the table. Now we need to write the query. So insert into table name. So table name is area underscore circle. Next we have the values, and for values we have radius, means radius received as the in parameter, and next we have area calculated within the procedure. Okay, so this is complete. Now I also want to put some output. So here I need to write row inserted successfully. So I need to copy this single quote. Done. And last we have end and semicolon. So the procedure is complete. We have written the area underscore insert as the procedure name, and R is the in parameter. Okay, you can write or skip the keyword in. So let's quickly execute this procedure definition. Okay, so procedure is created. Here we are receiving a radius R, and then we are declaring one local variable, calculating the area within the procedure in execution section, and then inserting it into the table and printing a confirmation message, right? So let's execute this. I am going to execute this area underscore insert. Now I want to insert the area of 5, means radius is taken as 5, into the table. So let's execute it, and the procedure is executed successfully, but we haven't received the output statement just because we have not set the server output on. So let's just set it on. Now if you try to execute the procedure again, this time suppose for the 7, radius is 7 this time, and the procedure is executed successfully and row is inserted successfully. That means 2 rows are inserted, first time for radius 5 and next time for radius 7. So let's check the table. Start from and here are the resulting rows. Okay, 2 rows are inserted into the table because we run the procedure 2 times. So it is easier for us to write the procedure once, and we can execute it multiple times with different values. So we need not to write multiple commands, full commands to perform insertion, deletion and updation. So let's try to perform some modification to the employee table as well, as employee table is not having any record presently. So we can also write another procedure. So let me just copy it. This time I am going to write the procedure for the employee table. So let's change it to insert employee underscore insert, because we are performing the insertion operation for the employee table, but this time for insertion to the employee we need to receive 4 parameters as employee number of type number. Next we have the name of the employee as varchar. Third parameter is salary, so let's take it this. And the fourth parameter of employee table is department, so I am going to take this of type number. Sorry, department is of type character. Okay, so the procedure name is complete. NO for employee number, name for employee name, as we have 4 columns for attributes for our table, and next is department. We need not to declare to perform the insertion because we are receiving all the values as parameter, and this calculation can also be skipped. We simply need to insert into the employee table. This time table name is employee and the inserted values will be employee number, name, and next we have the salary, and last we have department. Okay, so that's it for the employee table. We can simply write this type of command, means whatever we are receiving as the parameter, as in parameter, we are not making any changes, any updations, or we are not returning any values. We are simply receiving the parameters and just using those parameters to perform the insertion operation with the table. So let's quickly execute the procedure. Here the procedure is created successfully. Now still now we are having no values to the employee table. Select star from employee. This is empty table. So now we are going to use this procedure. So for that I am writing execute the procedure name, and procedure name is employee underscore insert, and we just need to provide the values. So here I am providing the values as 111, and next is our string value or character value. That's why I need to use a single quote, and the salary is going to be this, and next we have the department, again of type string. Okay, so the row is inserted successfully. You can see the message. Let's insert another row, this time employee number with 222. Make sure while performing any operation with procedure also you need to take care of all the constraints, otherwise you will encounter errors. So this time salary is going to be 65,000 and let's take the department as IT. Okay, I hope it is much easier to write the procedure once and execute it multiple times instead of writing lengthy queries. So here I am going to insert a third record with name Z, and this time I am going to write the salary as this. Okay, so we have executed the insertion procedure 3 times to insert 3 records. So this is our first row, this is our second row, and this is our third record for the table. So let's list the table. So here are the new inserted records. Okay, we simply wrote a procedure and we simply executed the procedure 3 times for 3 records. You can do it with a real-time application, like once we register for a website, then once we click on the register or we click on the sign in, sign up, what they do, they pick up the values from the text boxes and then they plot the values to the queries. Okay, so similarly you can perform the operations, like means once we get the username and the password, we can use those text box entries to the queries. So that is much similar to writing. You can also write the procedure to perform these operations. So let's move to another procedure. After insertion, let's try to perform some deletion into the table. So for this, suppose I want to perform a deletion, I am going to write another procedure. This time I am naming it as delete. Okay, I want to delete a record if and only if you are providing the employee number information, E number. Okay, so if you are providing employee number, I want to perform a deletion. Row, in that case row is not inserted, row is deleted successfully, and I want to perform the deletion. For deletion I need to change the query, delete from employee where whatever we are receiving, means I want to put the condition for employee number. You can have any other condition where E number. So the column name is E number in the table. You need to write a syntactically correct queries. So here where E number equals to received parameter, that is number. So create or delete replace procedure, and we will be just providing the employee number and the similar record will be deleted. So let's try to perform this. So the procedure is created successfully. This time we are just providing the employee number. So let's execute the procedure and try to delete the record of employee with ID 333. Okay, so this time I am going to perform the deletion. Employee underscore delete is our procedure name, and we want to delete the record of employee with employee ID as 333. Okay, so the row is deleted successfully. You can see the procedure is completed successfully and hopefully the row is deleted. So let's list the table. Here we are left with only 2 records. Okay, because the third record with employee ID 333 is deleted from the table. Okay, last operation we will be performing is updation. Suppose I want to perform some updation to the existing database. So here is a procedure. This time it's not delete, it's update. Okay, and suppose I want to update the salary of the employee. So for that, for the employee I must be providing employee number and a salary parameter. Okay, means I want to update the salary for this employee number. Okay, so I need 2 parameter and the query also need to be changed, like update. After update we have to provide the table name. We are going to update the table name and we are going to set the salary with the new value. Set salary equals to sal, where employee number is the number provided in the parameter, okay, within parameter. So this time row is not deleted, row is updated successfully, okay. So the procedure definition is complete. Let's execute it. So the procedure is executed. This time for updation of record, we must be providing some condition, means where to update the salary. If we are not providing any condition like update employee, set salary to a new value, then what will happen? It will update the salary for all the records, okay. Means for every record you are going to get the same value for the salary. Similarly, if you are not providing any condition for the deletion, like here we have provided the condition where employee number is this. If you are not providing any condition for the deletion, every record will be deleted, means table will be empty after the delete from employee query, okay. So conditions are must, where clause is must. So here I am going to set the salary to the new salary where employee number is this. So this time let's execute it. So I want to update the salary to 80,000 where employee number is 111. Oh sorry, employee number is the first. Make sure you are providing the values in the same sequence. So I want to update the record of 111 with a new salary of 80,000, okay. Then a semicolon. So the row is updated successfully, and procedure is completed. So earlier the salary of employee with employee number 111 was 55,000, okay. So let's see after the procedure. Now the salary is updated to 80,000, okay. So earlier it was 55,000, now it's 80,000. So you can use or you can perform multiple tasks with the procedure as well, that we will see in later videos. And that's it for this video. See you, bye, take care.